Tonight, I am repeating the need for Edison to form and execute a strong environmental policy. Earlier, I suggested a full ban on non-biodegradable single-use plastics such as bags and straws. The public support for this has exceeded my expectations. As per NJ.com's poll last month, 61% of people support this ban. My own Instagram poll showed 64%. According to National Geographic, 91% of plastic is not recycled. By the year 2050, the amount of plastic in the ocean will exceed the amount of fish. Almost 100% of straws end up in landfills that take hundreds of years to decompose. To give you perspective on how destructive our current environmental policy is, you should know that Edison's output of plastic straws buried in the ground is 36 cubic feet every single day. That's about half the size of the desk that Maureen's sitting at. That's 13,140 cubic feet per year. Imagine waking up every morning and burying 36 feet of plastic straws every single day. Other single-use plastic items drive this number up significantly. I'm going to give you two examples of how our alternatives are simple, obvious, and need to be implemented immediately. Option one, right here. These are plastic straws that will be used and discarded within 1 hour of consuming a drink. This straw could maintain its shape indefinitely and will end up in a landfill for over 500 years because it's not decomposable. Or you can use option two, which is simply a cardboard or plastic straw which will maintain its shape for about 30 minutes and will decompose immediately once in the ground. Another example of how we can quickly change our environmental policy from destructive to efficient is with bags. Option one is this non-biodegradable bag, which has an 80% chance of ending up in the ocean, never decomposing, and it is likely to kill and destroy marine life. Or option two, use this bag, which is 100% biodegradable. You cannot tell the difference. Now, I understand that in both examples, content naysayers would want to maintain the status quo. My message to those individuals is simple. The world will not end from switching to these basic alternatives. In fact, it will be a better place. It is our responsibility as elected officials to make informed decisions to benefit the public, both now and in the future. The impact and cost of this ordinance, if passed, would be up to $13 per family per year. It's important to know that the current New Jersey State Senate bill, which cleared the Senate last week, would impose a greater overall cost than this anyway. Since we last discussed this issue with many other environmental issues have become global. The front page of the Daily News had a headline that read, "This could be the last straw." The front cover of National Geographic asked the question, planet or plastic? On a related note, last week China announced that in 2030, just 12 years from now, it will stop accepting foreign recyclables. Currently, China takes in 45% of the world's plastic, including our own from Edison and Metuchen. This means in 12 years we will have nowhere to recycle, let alone discard our plastic. I cannot stress enough, we have an environmental crisis. I understand that some may say there are more pressing issues right now than environmental issues such as taxes. That logic could not be more flawed and outdated. Recycling has the ability to generate profit, which could be used to offset our taxes. Our neglectful and destructive environmental policies from decades ago are stunting the growth of the economy in Edison right now. Federal agencies declared hundreds of acres within Edison to be toxic and unusable. That's commercial tax revenue we are now losing out on, that we're paying the price on. We could have built one of the largest marina fronts in New Jersey along our 7-mile river if it weren't for environmental damage that we're now trying to clean up. We even spent $50 million of Superfund money on building a dog park. I repeat, $50 million had to be used to clean up 6 acres and make a dog park in Edison. Residents, to put this in perspective, know that our municipal budget is less than $140 million. The lack of environmental policies from decades ago have destroyed parts of Edison and have now become so expensive. At what point do we change our policy from reactive to proactive? Today, we are faced with a reckless and irresponsible practice with plastics, and it is our responsibility to be better than the politicians before us. Let's reflect and ask, does our moral compass fall in the same direction as McDonald's corporate shareholders who recently voted to push this specific issue off as long as they possibly can? I would hope not. Remember, when it comes to environmental policy, status quo and inaction is the decision to maintain a destructive policy. As the 5th largest municipality in New Jersey with over 100,000 people in 32 square miles, we have the ability to make a profound impact on New Jersey's environmental policy. I implore my colleagues and the administration to move forward with this. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Joshi. A quick question on this one. The Assembly and the Senate passed the bill that's going to, that's going to affect October 1st.
Correct.
And it also says that any ordinance that the township will pass after October 1st, we can't pass after October 1st. So if anything we need to do, it needs to be done before October 1st.
So my understanding with it, after speaking to various colleagues within the state, was that this is related to a fee, and what we are asking for, or what I am proposing, is a full-on ban.
Full-on ban.
Because they shouldn't exist anyway.